One of the problems when starting out especially a large garden like this, is the lack of pollinators. So one of the things that we didn't get to this year was putting a lot of flowers around and having a nice hedgerow so you attract the bees, so you get on their route, so when they see other flowers within the garden, they do the natural thing of pollination for you. So you can see with a lot of these squash plants, you see kind of mini little squashes that don't look so good, and that's because these are the female flowers associated with these plants that just are not getting pollinated. So when they're not pollinated in the right time, and it's a pretty short time window, they eventually just die off. So these flowers are nice and open, they're beautiful flowers, but I don't see any bees around. So obviously we don't have enough of the pollinators that we need to make this happen. So you're gonna have to artificially do it with the use of your own hands. So when you're looking at squash plants, there's two types of flowers. One being the male flower. It has nothing in between the main plant and the flower. It just looks like a regular old flower. And when you look at a female flower, such as this one, it kind of already has the look of the fruit already, with the same flower at the end. So in the morning, these flowers open up, trying to attract the pollinators, and it's just not working today. So you can use any sort of mechanism for this. So you can actually just take off the flower and just shove it in with the other flower, just to force that to go. But you don't want to take up all the pollen that's necessary to do multiple flowers at once. So I just use a paintbrush, so it's a nice surface area, and see how it kind of picks up the flower like that. Picks it up nicely. So once you have that, then you're going to be going into the female flower and doing the pollination as such. So it's just pretty much painting, but in this case you're using pollen to now have the pollination. So like I said, there's a very short time window that these need to get pollinated, and if they're not, they will just die. So this most likely died. Pretty much all of them have died so far, so not good pollination at all. So we're still trying to get them, the bees and that. Around here we don't have our own bee colony, so we're relying on whatever in the area right now. This is in the back part of where the garden was. The original garden has a lot of them, but they have not made their way down here yet, so it's a bit worrisome, a bit troubling, but we're just going to step in and do it ourselves in the meantime until we can get ourselves onto the route. So that's how you hand pollinate squash in this instance, but it's applicable to cucumbers, melons, watermelons, any ones that have these flowers like this. You can do this. So that's how we do it.